Thank you to Huel for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit. How you doing there, Toots? We're going to be watching the movie Chicago today, see? Andrew, how you doing there, Gordon?
Chicago. I'm good. I'm good. Do you understand that reference, Greg?
I don't. I really don't.
All right, clearly you don't see a lot of Adam Sandler films.
No, not enough. No, I've only seen most of them. Ladies and gentlemen, Chicago is a musical.
It is.
That I'm excited to watch, that I'm excited for us to be introduced to, because from what I know about this film, we are what you call the target market for Chicago. You see Andrew and all these reactions all the time. Always dancing, singing along. If there's anyone who you know is the guy for musical movie reactions, it's this guy right here. I'm excited. I think it takes place in the jazz era.
I love jazz.
I love jazz too.
Sincere. I love jazz.
Invented by Ryan Gosling. Ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead and tell us below what's your favorite musical. I'll be covering a few more musicals this month in honor of Wicked. Leave a like. Hey, subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified when we got another video up for Musical Monday or Manimation Monday. You never know which one's going to be. And full-length reaction watch along free sync with their own copy of Chicago. We're watching the Diamond Edition. Bought it off Prime Video.
Damn.
It's like 5 minutes longer. Woo! Who knows what nasty stuff's in here?
Yeah.
Anyway, you can sync up with us. That means there's a time code before you yell at me saying I never said to sync up. And we cover several things over there, exclusive highlights and watch-alongs included. Prayper, you guys are doing an excellent job praypering it up. And also follow us on the social medias. That's where Andrew is getting us a 1 million viewed video.
Hey, and you.
And me too. That's why we have been called upon to cover Chicago, because if you look at the channel of the hosts, are like, who are the two to watch musical movies?
The viral guys.
Definitely the viral guys. We are the pair to watch
the viral
Chicago. Let's do it, guys. Cool. What a way to set the stage. Whoa. What a shot.
That's an awesome
Holy
transition.
crap. Whose POV are we going into? Ooh.
Instantly taken to that time.
I love the time travel to this time.
Me too.
And ignore all the racism. You know? Just enjoy it.
Anybody seen the Kelly sisters?
I think this is the movie Catherine Zeta-Jones won the Oscar for, if I'm not
I think
mistaken.
you're right. I know it was up for a lot of Oscars. I do remember that.
Velma Veronica. Say? Fascinating mirror shot. I love a good mirror shot.
Now, where you been? And where's Veronica?
She's not herself tonight.
Nice tracking shot.
Don't sweat it. I can do it alone.
Yeah, I think they're capturing that like fun, frantic fun and that improvisation. I like it. It's like frenetic but fun. What is that?
What?
Is that a pistol?
Oh. It's the 1920s. You can never be too safe.
Was that Taye Diggs?
I think it was, yeah.
Move it, hurry up! Killing me here.
Yeah, definitely is.
The Onyx Club is proud to present Chicago's hottest dancing duo.
Where's the duo?
Two jazz babes moving as one.
But there's only one.
The Kelly sisters.
There's only one.
There's a little tension.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz.
Yeah, I know. I've heard of this song.
Where there's a nightly brawl and all that
jazz. Oh, it's so fun when you hear a song and see it brought to life.
and all that jazz.
They're naming the cast of The View.
Ha. That's funny.
Yo, this is pretty sexy. Damn.
Yeah, it's Zorro's wife, dude.
I know.
And all that jazz, I hear that Father Dick is gonna blow the blow.
Oh, she yearns to be here.
I bought some aspirin down that genetic drug in case you shake up hard and want a brand new start to do.
Oh, look
I
at
like
that
these close-up shots.
That lust for fame. Oh, great. What a great way to, like, throw yourself into the imagination.
Foreshadowing, Greg.
But I didn't even meet your friend. That manager guy.
Don't worry, Roxie. It's all taken care of.
Roxie, that's like that Roxie girl we know.
Oh, yeah, we know Roxie, don't we?
Come on, babe, we're gonna brush the sky.
Damn, that flexibility on Catherine Zeta.
Yeah, I would love to be that actor who gets so nervous.
Oh, you're gonna see her shiver, shimmy, shake.
Oh, damn.
I feel like I haven't seen Renée Zellweger in a long time.
Oh, where to park her girdle? Oh,
That is irresponsible.
for all that jazz.
Excellent rhythmic editing, I must say, Andy.
Hello, Miss Bruce.
Ugh.
This is Fred. He's my brother.
Ew, weird lie. That's how my wife jokes.
That was an interesting look.
And all that jazz. I'm gonna rouge my knee.
Wow,
Yeah, it's definitely
This-
got a frenetic pace.
his sexual build is strong.
Gin is cold, but the piano's hot. It's just a noisy call.
Diamond edition, baby.
Yeah, getting that extra 6 minutes.
Say it again, Fred.
You're a star, kid. My little shooting star.
Oh, I love my life and all.
Renée Zellweger just wants to be worshipped. She's a criminal.
That jazz.
She's going out with a bang. Say,
Where's the fire, huh?
Oh.
hey, what's your attitude problem?
Fred,
He just goes to the bathroom after that?
don't you think it's about time that I met your friend down at the Onyx? I mean, it's been a month since you told him about me.
I usually go to the bathroom before, Greg.
I don't think your friend at the Onyx told him.
Because that was the night Velma Kelly plugged her husband and her sister. You know, they say that she found them in the kip together.
I must look up what a kip is.
It's getting late.
I have been thinking a lot about my act,
Why'd you become such an asshole? What happened here?
Oh, he shot a shot. He's good.
You know, something a little different going on, you know? Like a signature fit.
I wonder what you've come up with.
And I thought that my thing could be aloof.
Be more explanatory.
Maybe we could open up a club of our own, you know? You could run it, and I could be the headliner.
Oh man, she's playing. Ow, asshole.
Wake up, kiddo. You ain't never gonna have an act.
Yeah, but you got connections, you know? That guy down at the club.
There is no guy.
He's taking out his lack of self-worth on her.
I was collecting on a bet from the trombone player.
So you never told anyone about me?
You were hot stuff. I would have said anything to get that.
Damn. See, you're a douchebag without saying you're a douchebag.
You can't do this to me.
You can't. Oh!
Record scratch and all.
You touch me again, I'll put your lights out.
Rather mature musical.
Your husband will be home soon. Why don't you watch yourself before you go hitting those sheets again?
You're a liar, Fred.
Yeah, so what?
You're a liar.
That's life, sweetheart. That's life.
Kill him.
Uh-oh.
Kill
Uh-oh.
him.
Oh.
I really like the production of that. You don't even see the gun flare go off. Just like an old 1930s movie.
Gotta imagine someone heard the shots.
Whoopee. Cushion.
Where did you get the murder weapon?
I keep a gun in the underwear drawer, just in case of trouble, you know?
Well, that's just fine.
John C.
John
Reilly.
C. Reilly.
Nice. Young John C. Reilly.
Say we beat it out of you when you get up on the witness stand.
No, I gave myself up, surrendered to my own free will.
Isn't he the cheerful murderer?
Shooting a burglar.
What is he? He's just taking the... Oh, shooting a burglar. I bet he knows his wife cheats on him.
Well, I come home from the garage and I see him climbing through the window with my wife, Roxie, laying there. She wouldn't hurt a worm, not even a worm. It wasn't until I fired the first shot she even opened her eye.
She did hurt a worm.
Boy, she's some heavy sleeper. I always said she could sleep to the St. Patty's Day
At least
parade.
she's got the spotlight on her right now.
I guess
For her first number, Miss Roxie Hart would like to sing a song of love and devotion dedicated to her dear husband, Amos.
This is so funny. Andrew's going to be watching Joker 2 in a couple hours from now.
So the quality is right there
and
with us.
I've heard that a lot of this is like Joker 2 takes some inspiration from it, and I'm totally seeing it.
Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm up.
but he follows round like some droopy eye. He loves me so, that funny honey of mine.
This is a good husband.
Anything for your wife, you gotta have her back.
Yeah, even when she runs into the arms of another man and shoots him.
But look at that soul. I tell you that hole is a...
The variety of lighting in this is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
What if the world slandered my name? Why, he'd be right there, taking the blame.
That's a good husband.
And it all suits me fine.
How far would you fall to get fame?
Hubby of mine.
Just supposing he had,
Love how it's cutting back and forth.
you know what I mean,
Yeah.
violated
I know what you mean.
or something. Think how terrible that would have been.
This guy had a story all wrapped up. Love it.
Yeah, I like how it's cutting back and forth between the fantasy and the reality.
Right.
Name of deceased Fred Casely.
Fred Casely? How could he be a burglar? My wife knows him. He sold us our furniture. He gave us 10% off.
He's putting it together.
You told me he was a burglar.
You mean he was dead when you got home?
She had him covered in a sheet. Whole
Ugh.
story about this burglar and how I ought to say I did it because I was sure to get
Oh.
off. Help me, Amos. She says it's my goddamn hour.
You done turn around so fast.
And I
Look at him
believe
go.
that cheap little
Way to blend it.
boy. I'm down at the garage working my butt off 14 hours a day, and she's up here munching on bonbons and tramping
Oh, this overlapping of dialogue and song is perfect.
on yesterday. I tell you,
Crummy.
there's some things a man just can't take, and this time she pushed me too far. That little chiseler.
With the split of the darkness.
You told me he's a burglar. The whole time you've been up here jazzing him.
You are a disloyal husband.
Yeah, he's the disloyal one.
Look, it's true. I shot him, but it was self-defense. He was trying to burgle me.
From what I hear, he's been burgling you 3 times a week for the last month.
Time for you to get incarcerated.
Your story doesn't wash, Mrs. Hart. Fred Casely was a good time on the side with Goofy here as a meal ticket. With a wife and 5 little Casleys, or did he forget to mention them?
What?
Don't be heartbroken. Come on.
Bastard! I killed him, and I would kill him again.
You guys are too emotionally volatile.
Assistant District Attorney Harrison says this is a hanging case.
You recognize him?
Yeah, where's he from?
Face Off. He was the doctor who
Yeah,
did the face.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
also in Amazing Spider-Man 2, and he was also in Thor, King Laufey, Loki's father.
This looks like Tim Burton's got them.
Yeah, I could see that.
The consistency of aesthetic and style is so cool because
it's really good. You really feel like you're transformed back into this time.
it's like a mature. It has the flair of like an oldies movie, but with a lot of modern dayisms to its dialogue and approach. Because it's still a film noir.
Ever had Morton before? She's fine, long as you keep her happy.
Are you a former star? Are you like the person who starred on the Chicago Broadway or something?
The keeper of the keys, the mistress of Murderer's Row, Matron Mama Morton.
Why'd she go to jail?
Queen Latifah?
Whoa.
Ask any of the chickies in my pen.
That was going to be Catherine Zeta-Jones.
They'll tell you I'm the biggest mother hen. Because the system works, the system called reciprocity.
Damn. Amazing voice.
Look at this outfit. Woo!
Welcome, ladies. Got a little motto. Always sees me through.
Oh my God, Joker's so inspired by this.
Well, I will
You will know
find
what I'm
that out
talking
in like
about.
2 hours.
You might think I'm here to make your life a living hell. It's just not true.
So the first movie is...
But it's doing it the right way.
So in the first movie, it's Taxi Driver meets King of Comedy, and the second movie is Chicago.
Barely.
Or attempting to be Chicago.
I can be your friend if you let me. So if there's something that upsets you or makes you unhappy in any way, don't shoot your fat ass mouth off to me because I don't give a shit. Now move it out.
I love that she bases all her fantasies from reality into fantasy. It's interesting. It's like I think a lot of us can relate to that.
When you're good to mama, mama's good to you.
Oh dear. These are great songs.
I gotta imagine these songs were at the Academy Awards the next year being played as well.
Absolutely.
Ain't you the pretty one?
Thank you, man.
Oh, no, call me Mama. I'm here to take care of you.
Yeah.
You'll be habitating down in the East Block. Murderous Row, we call it.
Murderous Row.
Hey, Mama!
She's in jail. Okay, yeah.
Well, we did see the cop come there and then look at her.
But I don't know why.
And we saw she had a gun, too.
An editorial denouncing me in Red Book magazine. Not in memory do we recall so fiendish and horrible a double homicide.
Double homicide,
Baby, you couldn't buy that kind of publicity.
Couldn't buy it? I guess I can keep this then.
Were there $1 bills at this time in history?
I'm sure there were, yeah. Or just gold satchels.
No, I just thought.
Yeah, peasants.
I thought $1 bills were maybe in the late 20s or early 30s, but maybe I'm wrong.
I'm sure cinema of this production quality narrated it.
I'm probably wrong.
You put in for Mama. She'll put out for you.
Will she find her fame here?
That's what I was just thinking. Are they going to start a jazz club in jail?
When you're stroking Mama, Mama's stroking you.
Damn. That's a line. You get it? You get it?
I get it.
You just want Mama's approval, don't you? Just want to make Mama happy, don't you?
Always.
Andrew, you
Always.
sick pervert, you.
Always. I'm a guy myself, Greg.
Not that I'm complaining, mind you, but you know, if you got a couple extra blankets tucked away.
A little out of her depth.
It was Rob Marshall who used to stick there in that shot. Fun fact. I know many fun facts about a movie I've never seen before, especially specific shots, Andrew. Oh, man.
God, I wish I was at home cheating on John C. Reilly right now. Or Amos.
I sense a beat coming in.
No.
A prison beat. Prison beat. Then the Nike basketball commercial is going to happen.
Oh, the one that was parodied in Scary Movie 2?
Yeah. This is incredibly cinematic. I would love to have seen this in the theaters.
In their rendition of the Cell Block Tango.
They said this is Death Row, right? Or Murder Row, right?
Murder Row.
Murder Row.
Pop. 6. Squish.
I like these shots as they look like you're at a stage play.
Yeah.
But it still feels cinematic.
Yeah, there's really well lit.
Squish.
Cicero.
What are they talking about?
Pop. Squish. Cicero.
What are these words? I think these are the words that activate the Winter Soldier.
Where's Homecoming?
This song! I know this song too.
If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it.
These are such good songs.
You know how people have these little habits that get you down?
Yeah, I know.
Like Bernie.
Tell me about Bernie.
Bernie liked to chew gum.
That can be annoying.
So I came home this one day and I'm really irritated.
Oh, I see.
Is a coed-infused backstory with each of these characters really quick?
So I said to him, you pop that gum one more time.
She just got fed up. You're going to pop him.
And he did. So I took the shotgun off the wall and I fired 2 warning shots into his head.
That's not a warning shot.
He had it coming.
Popping some gum?
He only had himself to
Yeah. How dare you pop gum?
I'm sure there's deeper context there, Andrew. Roxy?
No, he just popped gum.
Coy?
I met Ezekiel Young from Salt Lake City about 2 years ago.
Good Mormon boy.
He told me he was single, and we hit it off right away.
So we started living together.
Was he married?
And then I found out.
Cheating.
Single, he told me.
He was married. He was Mormon.
Not only was he married,
Mormon?
he had 6 wives.
He's Mormon!
That makes
Hey,
he said he was Mormon, right?
No, he said Salt Lake City. That's why I guess. That's usually where they live.
You know, some guys just can't hold their arsenic.
He had it coming.
I let you kill me.
Wanted to make you number 7. It's a fascinating thing, Mormons.
No, I'm standing in the kitchen, carving up the chicken for dinner, minding my own business.
Until.
In storms my husband Wilbur in a jealous rage.
No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
You've been screwing the milkman, he says.
You don't want to accuse.
Kept on screaming, you've been screwing the milkman.
That guy's buff, damn.
He ran into my knife.
He's got the abs we
He
desire.
ran into my knife 10 times.
Well, what a dumbass.
It's his fault. He had it coming.
English, please.
Wait, you can't understand what you're saying?
I have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah, but did you do it?
Not guilty.
Yeah, they slowed down.
My sister Veronica and I had this double act.
killed her
and
sister.
my husband Charlie traveled around with us.
No.
So this one night before the show, we're down at the Hotel Cicero.
Cicero, that's her word.
It was also used in The Dark Knight.
And we run out of ice, so I go out to get some. I come back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie
God damn.
doing number 17, the
Ugh.
spread eagle.
Oh no, oh no.
I was in such a state of shock.
Did you shoot them both?
It wasn't until later, when I was washing the blood off my hands, I even knew they were dead.
She is a powerhouse in this, man. She is so captivating. This is amazing. What a powerhouse.
I loved our Lipschitz more than I could possibly say.
Lipschitz.
But he was always trying to find himself. He'd go out every night looking for himself, and on the way,
Ran into a blade.
Gladys, Rosemary, and Irving.
Wow, he really found himself.
I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive, and I saw him dead.
He had it coming, Greg.
Are they all in prison for murdering men? I mean, she murdered her sister. Oh, great silhouettes. I love this. Wow.
Pop that gum.
Wow. This is incredible, man.
That's amazing.
I love this song. The whole number's amazing.
It's probably my favorite one so far.
Yeah, I don't know how you top that.
I just wish we could have got some dialogue on that one woman. A translation, rather.
I feel like there's something kind of charming to that. I like how there was like the... Oh, lost my train of thought. Keep that in the video. Oh, raw.
But that was a great way through that song, like giving us a backstory about why they're all there.
Yeah, they all murdered men.
No, I know, but
they're all
but it's not just
unhinged, irrational women,
Of course,
obviously.
but it goes deeper than that. Like the reasoning behind why they did it. They didn't just do it for no. I mean, I don't agree with why they did it, but it wasn't just.
I think they all had it. All I've ever heard was that they had it come in line.
They had
didn't
it
actually
coming.
pay attention to the wrestlers.
Oh, I paid attention to
But
all
in
of
the
them.
past, I mean, you know.
So now you're an agent too? Well, dearie, until Ma Bell installs a private line in your cell, all the calls have got to go through me.
What kind of dough are we talking about?
Lighting a match on her shoulder.
I mean, Babe Ruth is wearing rouge and playing a palace for $5,000 a week.
You know Babe Ruth?
Yeah. Gymnast.
And due to your recent sensational activities, they seem to think they can get you $2,500.
20? Geez, the most me and Veronica made was $350.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have the right representation.
I mean, you probably sell out more with being a prisoner.
I always wanted to play big gin coliseumos.
It's gonna take another phone call.
How much is that gonna cost?
I feel about you. You're like family to me. You're like one of my own. I'll do it for $50.
Damn, back in that day, it's a red ton.
I know that's like $1,000.
Oh, Miss Kelly, got your personals, freshly pressed by yours truly. No, it's my pleasure. Hey, listen,
So dismissive.
you know that Harrison guy? Well, he said that what I'd done is a hanging case and that he's prepared to ask for the maximum penalty. I'm scared. Sure would appreciate some advice. I mean, especially from... See, since I can remember, I have wanted to be on the stage.
Really? What's your talent? Washing and drying?
Oh, God.
No, I danced in the chorus. That was before I met my husband, Amos.
Look, honey, you want some advice? Keep your paws off my underwear.
Wow, that's rude.
It's okay. It's motivational.
That is how you succeed that kind of level of thinking. I like it, Andrew.
I tell you, no matter how big she gets, she's still as common as ever. I like to help you, dearie.
You're like family to me. Come on.
Papa Corona family.
So, what do you figure on using for grounds? What are you gonna tell the jury?
I just figured I'd tell him the truth.
Truth won't set you free in this case.
That's a one-way ticket to the death house. I mean, in this town, murder's a form of entertainment.
Yeah.
In 47 years, Cook County ain't never hung a woman yet. So the odds are 47-1 that they won't hang you.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
I wonder if she'll get hung by the end of this movie.
Billy Flynn.
That must be
Only
Richard
the best
Gere.
criminal lawyer in all of Illinois.
I was thinking he's a
I
lawyer.
totally forgot about Richard Gere until this very moment that he's supposed to be in this movie.
First, you give me $100, and then I'll make a phone call.
Seems pretty steep for a phone call.
Oh, but he's worth every cent. I mean, he's never lost a case for a female client yet.
She's got a really lucrative business in here.
I know. Granting phone calls.
Every girl in this place would kill to have Billy Flynn represent her.
You snake oil salesman. I don't know. I don't know if I can trust him.
Well, when you're in desperation mode, sometimes you just do whatever it takes.
B-I-double-L-Y.
The build-up to this Billy is quite incredible, I must say.
And who what luck? 'Cause here he
Come on, Billy, show yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the silver-tongued prince of the courtroom, Billy Flynn.
Yay. Richard Gere sings, huh?
I don't care about expensive things. Cashmere coats don't mean a thing. All I care about is love. I don't care for wearing silk cravats.
He's full of shit.
All I care about is love.
Do you really, Billy?
Let me see her standing there and honest mister, I'm a...
Very charismatic, Greg.
Damn, he pulls them outfit off well.
I don't care for any finer type.
Cool. From that piece to her flying like that.
No, not me. All I care about is love.
You're such a good Samaritan.
We all need a lawyer like Billy.
Not guilty.
The Hungarian lady. I wonder if she's actually not guilty.
Any idea who did, dear?
No, but my client is offering a substantial reward to anyone with information about this crime. Now, if there are no more questions, Miss Kelly and I have a lot of work to do.
Already smoking the victory cigar before the trial.
I'm Roxie Hart.
Oh.
Mom talks to you about me.
Oh, yeah, right, the cute one.
I'm sure he says that a lot.
Oh, well, I was hoping that you might represent me.
You got $5,000?
Gee, that's a lot of money. Maybe we could make some
Make an
sort
arrangement.
of arrangement between us.
Have you seen this?
No, I just know what it's like to get suckered, Andrew.
Ah.
How do you think Aaron got on the channel?
You think you got me as a roommate? I know what you mean.
You call me when you got $5,000.
$5,000 is an awful lot of money, even for today's standards.
All I care about is doing a guy in who's picking on you. That's turning my screw.
What a fun narrative to paint for yourself.
Yeah, the production value is incredible. Amos?
Would he hire?
Oh, he'll see you now.
Oh, is he hiring him? He is.
Oh, you pushover.
Well, hello, Andy.
Amos. My name is Amos.
That's right.
Amos. I said Amos.
You know, you're a remarkable man. Your wife 2 times you, plugs the guy, and tries to pin it on you. Most men would let a dame like that swing, but no, you're sticking by her. Makes you a hero in my eyes.
That's right.
Did you bring the money?
That's always the first question.
I didn't do as well as I hoped, but I will, Mr. Flynn.
What's he got? 25.
300 I borrowed from the guys down at the garage, and then there's 700 from the building and loan fund.
He's really
2,000.
And that's all I got so far.
So he's 3 short.
I didn't ask if she was guilty. All I said was, do you have $5,000? You said yes, but you don't have $5,000. So I figure you're a dirty liar, and I don't waste my time with dirty liars.
Oh, he's really trying. He's really trying.
I'm real sorry, Mr. Flynn.
On the other hand, your devotion to your wife is really very, very touching. I took your wife's case, and I'll keep it because I play square.
Such a performance.
Believe me, if Jesus Christ had lived in Chicago today, and if he had $5,000 and he'd come to me, things would have turned out differently.
That's hilarious.
And when I have Roxie's name in the front page of every newspaper in town, sweetest little jazz killer ever to hit Chicago, we're gonna have an auction. Tell them we gotta raise some money for her defense. They'll buy everything she's ever touched.
Oh my God, she's gonna become a superstar. She's gonna get her wish. Her wish is gonna come true. Famous for committing a crime. Kind of like a Joker that I know.
So the first thing we gotta do is work up some sympathy from the press. There's one thing that they can never resist, and that is a reformed sinner.
Yeah, works.
Got high marks on courtesy and hygiene.
Perfect. You wanted to be a nun.
Just go with it.
Beautiful southern home filled with every luxury and refinement. Where are your parents now?
Probably on the front porch in their rocking chairs.
Parents dead. Family fortune swept away. You're educated at the Sacred Heart.
Nice before social media where everyone could look everything up.
Left you miserable, alone, unhappy.
internet.
And of course, you got all swept up in the
my
mad
God.
world of the city.
You're not gonna say this about the husband, right?
You have sinned, and you are sorry.
God, that's beautiful.
Oh my God.
I was born on a beautiful southern convent.
Now she's doing a southern accent? What?
You say nothing rougher than oh dear. Now try again.
I was born on...
Come on, get your story straight. Get your story straight.
You want her to be a performer. You want her to be famous. Come on, get the act down. Are you going to dye your hair black too?
I thought I'd get all teary-eyed, then ask to borrow your handkerchief. Then I thought I'd take a peek at the jury like this. Flash him a bit of thigh, huh?
Give him some Sharon Stone, Basic Instinct.
Oh my God. Oh, he's not interested in Velma anymore.
Hey, don't you want to hear the rest?
Come on, kiddo. You're at the top of my list.
You've been upstaged.
Sorry to be late, Mr. Flip. Hope you weren't too bored.
Oh my God, he's attracted and drawn to her. That poor husband, that Amos.
Hey, Pollyanna.
Oh, now you giving attention?
Well, you wanted my advice, right? Don't forget, Billy Flynn's #1 client is Billy Flynn.
Meaning what?
Meaning, don't let him hog the spotlight.
Getting in her head.
You're the one they pay to see.
No, don't undermine him. He's the one who can save you.
Remember, we can only sell him one idea at a time.
Yeah, I can still see him coming at me with that awful look in his eyes.
And?
Both reach for the gun.
That's right. You both reach for the gun.
Don't blow this.
I think
she's going to do a great job and she's going to be even more famous. Because that's Chicago, baby.
Do you have any advice for young girls seeking to avoid a life of jazz and drink?
Absolutely, yes. Mrs.
Uh-oh.
was the tragic combination of liquor and jazz which led to her downfall.
I would just like to say how flattered I am that y'all came to see me.
Yeah, Mrs. Hart is very
You
pleased.
see, I was a mom.
This is hard to watch. This is hard to watch.
I bet you want to know why I shot the bastard.
Shut up, dummy.
Oh, it's like a puppet.
Ventriloquist. Great.
Oh, this is great makeup too.
Mississippi. Granted, one more start. The convent of the Sacred Heart.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Can't believe what you've been through. A convent girl, a runaway marriage. Now tell us, Roxie, who's Fred Casely?
She does not buy any of the BS.
I was leaving.
Was he angry?
Like a madman. Still, I said, Fred, move along. She knew that she was doing wrong.
It seems like they're doing this story together.
He came toward me.
With a pistol.
From my bureau. He had strength and she had none. And yet we both reached for the gun.
I love how the transition came after he said, "Shut up, dummy."
Everyone is just a puppet on Billy's strings.
Understandable. Understandable.
How do they perform this? This is. It looks like she's a dummy.
I know they had like a gloss to her makeup to make look more porcelain doll.
But it's also the movements too.
Yeah.
Very frightened.
Are you sorry?
Are you kidding?
Is that what you... So he doesn't like it.
Understandable.
Leave her.
Understandable. It's so defensible.
Excellent visual illustration. Excellent.
Oh, yes, they both. Oh, yes, they both. Oh, yes.
Yeah, just like you said, on Billy strings.
Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, they both. Oh, yes, they both. Oh, yes, they both. Reach for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun.
No, that's the headline.
I think it said they both reached for the gun. I couldn't see.
Yes, I both reached for the gun. Is that Richard Gere's actual voice?
I'm never good at telling if it's auto-tune or if it's the real actor. I'm awful with that.
The Windy City has taken a new criminal to its heart. The name on everybody's lips is Roxie Hart.
And look at the grain, too. Feels so authentic.
Women want to look like her. Fellas want to go out with her. Some little girls even want to take her home.
As she's a puppet, they make Roxie dolls.
Back at the scene of the crime, everybody wants a little piece of Roxie Hart.
Is he making enough money to finally pay?
It seems everybody these days is rooting for Roxie Hart.
Hey.
Oh my God, the sensationalism of criminals. Is it that easy to be famous? We work too hard by watching movies.
Yeah, way too hard.
I think I'd like to go on the stage.
Yeah, I figured as much. I already called the Morris office.
How much is that gonna cost me?
10% of all your takings.
Yeah, well, we'll see, Mama.
Do we really need you, Mama?
Well, killing Fred Casely was your act. I mean, that's all those stiffs in the audience want, to say they saw somebody famous.
It's a freak act. I am better than that.
She's already becoming an egotistical brat.
I mean, you can be as big as Sophie Tucker.
You know, I always wanted to have my name in all the papers. You know, before I met Amos, I used to date this well-to-do, ugly bootlegger. He used to like to take me out and show me off.
Oh, yeah?
You know, all my life, I wanted to have my own act.
Let's see what you got.
Always know, they always turn me down. And then Amos came along.
Amos came along.
Safe, sweet Amos, who never says no.
I know John C. Reilly sings. They better give him a number.
Does he sing?
Yeah.
Forget what you've read in the papers. Well, because I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Which is here gonna be the real truth.
In the bed department, Amos was 0.
I was gonna say.
When he made love to me,
Ew.
it was like he was fixing a carburetor or something. Oh, love you, honey.
Is that what Olivia says about you?
Yeah, I'm not liking this movie.
It's too meta.
Then I met Fred Casely,
Nicest guy in the world.
who said that he could get me into vaudeville, but that didn't quite work out like I planned.
Huh.
I guess it didn't really work out too great for Fred either. So I gave up on the whole vaudeville idea. Opportunities just passed you by.
Dude, again, this is lit so well.
Well, if this Flynn guy gets me off with all this publicity, the name on everybody's lips is gonna be Roxie.
Cool shot.
What a self-absorbed individual.
They gonna recognize my eyes, my hair, my teeth, my nose.
Why is she so starved for this level of attention? Why does she care to be seen so bad?
It's her dream.
I know, but why?
Well, because she excelled in hygiene in school, so this.
How nothing feels like done by CGI. There's like an actual movie magic to it. Ring-a-ling.
I'm a star, and the audience loves me.
You fit right in with influencer culture.
And we love each other. And that's because none of us got enough love in our childhood.
That's why.
Seeks that attention, Greg.
Roxie Hart.
That's so cool that they actually built that. Didn't she win the same year for something that when Joaquin Phoenix won for Joker?
You're probably right. I don't know.
She's hot. What am I supposed to do, huh? Suck up to her like everybody else?
Oh my gosh, she even changed her hair.
Mind if I join you?
Oh, she's
The
caving.
tables have turned. Love how dismissive she was of her at first.
No respect.
Hey, did I ever tell you you are exactly the same size as my sister? I mean, you fit into her costumes perfect.
You can be my number 2.
Yeah, and I was thinking, with all the publicity that's piled up between us and when Billy gets us off, well, we'd be a natural to do an act together.
You think so, huh?
Ooh.
You know what you should do? You should just apologize for being kind of a her. And then...
Yeah, apologies do go a long way.
My sister and I had an act that couldn't flop. My sister and I earned a week at least.
Do you feel guilty at all for what you did?
Hey, they had it coming.
I know.
I know it's sad, of course, but a fact is still a fact. And now all that remains is the remains
The remains is the remains.
of a perfect double act. First I'd, then she.
I mean...
I'd love to see a love triangle between them and Billy.
I get why she won the Oscar. She is the best performer in this movie. She's so strong in this film.
She'd say you're the cat's meow, then we'd wow the crowd again.
Like her dancing and musical numbers, her voice, and then just the dialogue scenes. She's the best.
We'd go.
Hell yeah.
Then those ding-dong daddies started to roar. Whistle stomped, stamped on the floor, yelling, screaming, begging for more.
Can't believe she's trying to sell herself.
But I simply cannot do it.
Alone.
Come on, you can say.
Oh my god.
I know you're right. The first part, shit. But the second part.
Oh man, she's really getting desperate.
She'd go.
Look at this. This is a solo number by her. It's amazing.
We'd go.
Come on. You kind of want it. You kind of want it.
Damn, in heels doing that too? Wow.
What captivating energy.
Dude, I love how all the sets are crafted too.
Yeah, it's cool they built all this.
You think you're fooling me? You're all washed up. And it's me they want now. And I'm a big star.
I mean, you'll get replaced too, you know. There's always another act.
Velma Kelly's trial has been postponed indefinitely. 7 words.
See, I don't think she even cares about the art of dancing. She just wants the fame. Something tells me there's going to be some other case that steps in to push Roxie out of the way at some point.
The tables have turned.
They just arrested this woman for a triple homicide.
Really?
Yeah, but get this. She's an heiress.
An heiress?
This dame, Kitty, what's her name? Something. She's playing house.
Something tells me she's going to be the one to replace Roxie.
Kitty comes home tonight. Harry's already in bed, which is par for the course for Harry.
That's not Lucy Liu, is it?
Hey, you just wait to make sure, or else you'll come across racist.
She notices something
It is Lucy Liu. You win.
extremely odd.
There's just too many cheaters.
Yeah, that's it. This whole movie's full.
Kitty disappears for a second. When she returns, she gently wakes up Harry. What? I'm alone. She said alone? You said you got 2 other women in bed with you. Forget this.
I love how he views all this stuff like a joke.
You gonna believe what you see or what I
Well,
tell
it's
you?
Just something to take advantage of.
He just views dollar signs.
Congratulations, the new star.
Miss Sunshine. No, Rox. I got a letter from a guy. He says that he's going on a hunger strike until I'm free. That's nice.
You're not the center of attention, honey.
Did I know these 2 ladies personally? Was that your question?
Yeah, that's my question.
Oh.
Mr. Flynn.
Oh, now you're being ignored.
Hey, did you get my trial date yet?
Listen, kid.
Yeah, I'm at the top of your list, right?
What a helly, huh?
Turns his back.
Yeah, turn the lights off, Greg.
Another chance for him to be a star.
J. Edgar Hoover couldn't find your name in the papers.
Should have been nice. Should have been nice to each other.
It's okay. They can still be a double act, like Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
Oh, no. Don't worry about me.
Clever.
I hope the fall didn't hurt the baby.
Clever. Clever.
Billy's like, yep, okay. Embrace.
Gotta respect the game. Respect the game. Now we gotta get you pregnant.
Is she or isn't she?
She is.
What did she have to do to convince?
Would you swear to that statement in court?
Yes.
Good. Button your fly.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God.
She's good.
That's Chicago, baby. I did not see this coming.
Hey, Roxie! I just heard the good news!
Oh, this poor guy.
Oh,
This poor.
I feel so bad for her.
Guy. He is so pushed over.
And he's doing everything in his power to get her freed, too.
Yeah, he gave like all of his money.
Yeah.
Someone stood up in a crowd.
It's Chauncey Reilly.
You called it, Craig.
I mean, he's a singer. He sings.
I should have known that. He did sing in Wreck-It Ralph, I think.
Fire in the second row! This whole place is a powder keg! You'd notice him, and even without clucking like a hen.
So he became the Joker.
Yeah.
Cellophane,
Hardy.
Mr. Cellophane.
Is he even moving?
My name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me.
I get this. I feel like this every day, sir.
'Cause you can look right through me, walk right by me.
I mean, yeah, you need to grow a backbone, dude. Where's your spine?
Oh, I didn't see her.
Jesus. I wonder how Roxie would feel if he went with someone else, if he married someone else or went with and dated another woman.
Pass out those cigars anyway. I don't want you to give a damn when people...
People what?
They're gonna know it's not yours.
Here's a copy of Roxie's first statement from the DA's office. It says she hadn't copulated with you for 4 months prior to the incident.
Well, she would know. Yeah, I guess we hadn't done no copulating since...
Put it together, come on.
That don't figure out right. I couldn't be the father.
You're not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed.
You mean she needs a meal ticket? That's all I ever been, but this time she's gone too far.
What are you gonna do? Divorce her?
You're damn right! I'll divorce her!
Uh-huh. You should, but you're not going to.
Probably won't even notice.
I would like nothing better for him.
A human being's made of more than air.
He just doesn't matter to people.
With all that bulk, you're bound to see him there. Unless that human being next to you is unimpressive, undistinguished.
You still here, Andy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
He can't get his name right. It's okay. Greg still doesn't know my name.
Coy, please.
My name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look
Right through me.
never even know.
What powerful voice. You know he could sing? He's got a beautiful voice.
This song probably might be my favorite just because it resonated with me the most. And because his character resonates the most with me and I feel for him. But I did love that other one, that They Had It Coming. Those are my two favorites.
This dress makes me look like a Woolworth's lampshade. I'm not wearing this dress.
And when Andy's on the stand, I want you to be knitting.
Andy.
Oh, for Christ's
A
sake.
baby garment.
I don't know how to knit.
Then learn.
That is no way to win a jury's sympathy.
Oh, you don't need advice anymore.
Look it here, Mr. Mouthpiece. I'm sick of everybody telling me what to do, and you treat me like dirt. You know that? You treat me like I'm some dumb, common criminal.
But you are some dumb, common criminal.
Oh, my no.
Well, it's better than being a greasy Mick lawyer.
Whoa.
Who's out for all he can steal.
Maybe you'd like to appear in court without me.
Ooh.
You're fired.
Quit.
Any lawyer in this town would die to have my case.
You are a phony celebrity.
Yep.
You're a flash in a pan. In a couple of weeks, no one's gonna give a shit about you. That's Chicago.
Ah, that's Chicago, baby.
Is that Lucy Liu we hear?
Or another one? A new one.
She lost her last appeal.
So what's that mean?
Oh.
Well, that means that next week,
She's
She's
permanently.
Death Row. Get Billy back.
Did you get Billy back? Oh, my God. It's
I
the
feel
Hungarian
like
lady.
I feel like she is not guilty for some reason. I don't know why.
I really like how they're just telling this story through visuals.
County Jail, where history will be made today.
Oh, no.
Katalin Helinski will become the first woman in the state of Illinois to be executed.
First woman to be hung?
In 47 years, they say? Or ever.
We proudly present Katalin Helinski and her famous Hungarian disappearing act.
Oh, my God. I don't like a disappearing act. Well, I think like what you said, being is she's the only one we don't know what happened, she could be not guilty.
I mean, it also kind of drives home the point. I think she's innocent.
Yeah,
but
that's
I like
what
how they leaves it up to the audience to sort of determine that.
It's ambiguous, yeah. Oh, no. This is sad.
It's interesting in the fantasy, she's taking the leap by herself.
And it's on her waist, not her neck.
They love you more if you're hanged.
The contrast between happy and sad.
I think this is a really good way to do essentially what is a bleak musical.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it still feels like vibrant and upbeat, yet
the
darkness really does permeate. You shouldn't have fired Billy.
Well, she's going to find that out the hard way.
Yeah, dumb broad.
It's really not that bad.
Clear about everything we agreed on?
Oh.
Nah, he's back.
What do you do when Harrison starts coming after you?
I sit still and look straight ahead, never at the jury.
My God, they're going to courtroom? Like Joker. Can't wait for you to watch this movie.
I was going to say, I don't understand any of your references. So clearly that movie is fully inspired by this to you.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's find out.
I'm scared.
I've been around a long time. Believe me, you got nothing to worry about. It's all a circus. A three-ring circus. These trials, the whole world. It's all show business.
All right, let's get into a dance number.
That is very true, even to today.
You're working with a star.
It's all about the love, Billy.
Razzle Dazzle. Give 'em an act with lots.
This is an upbeat way to go to court.
What if your hinges all are rusting?
Such a cool way to represent court in a dance number.
Razzle dazzle them, and they'll never catch wise.
Wow, great match cuts.
Yeah, it is really impressive. All film.
He's not wrong. Showmanship.
Fool and fracture 'em. How can they hear the truth above the roar?
Just get passionate. Be loud.
Sustained. Your Honor, I haven't even asked the question yet.
Oh, is that the neighbor?
Everyone loves the big.
I like, again, like you said, through visual storytelling, painting a story.
Just put it up the whole act for how it went down.
When you're in trouble, go into your dance. Though you are stiffer than a.
Oh my God, Amos, what are you going to say?
His name was Andy.
Andy. Oh, maybe. I forget.
It's Amos.
Half the time I forget he's in the movie.
Hello, Amos.
Amos. Right, Mr. Flynn. Amos.
Amos.
Mr. Cellophane.
The newspaper said Roxie was expecting a little stranger.
Well, that's hardly grounds for divorce, is it?
A little too much of a stranger.
Uh-huh.
Well, you expect this jury to believe that you slept next to this woman every night without exercising your rights as a husband?
Oh, God.
Did what?
Want to.
But you didn't.
Didn't what?
What you wanted.
Wait a minute. I'm getting confused here.
I feel bad for him. It's good lawyering.
Ask her if you were the father of her child.
No, sir.
No. What?
You are so pathetic, man. Come on.
You'd even be willing to take her back if Roxie swore that you were the father of her child, which she does.
This pouring sap.
She does?
She does! No more questions!
No more questions.
I'm so sorry.
Oh. Aww. They're so adorable, Greg.
Great showmanship. She knows what.
Give him a show.
He made the best product.
Yeah, she would have been done for if she didn't have him as a lawyer.
Amen to that.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Roxie Hart finally takes the stand.
Oh, boy. All right, she seeks the spotlight.
Roxie, I have here a statement in which you admit to having illicit relations with the deceased Fred Casely. Is this statement true or false?
I'm afraid that's true.
When did you first meet Fred Casely?
Selling me furniture.
When he sold Amos and me our furniture.
10% off.
When I permitted him to escort me home one night, I don't think I would have gone with him if Mr. Hart and me hadn't quarreled that very morning.
Suppose it was his fault.
It was my fault. I suppose I just couldn't stop pestering him.
Pestering him? About what?
I didn't like him working those long hours at the garage. I wanted him home with me, darn his socks and iron his shirts.
You are so manipulative. Oh, my God.
Drifted into this illicit relationship because you were unhappy at home.
I was most unhappy.
Roxie Hart!
Sharon Stone.
I'm not guilty. I killed him. I did, but I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
Yeah.
I'm not a criminal.
It's like pay attention to the judge's response.
Could you tell the jury, in your own words, the happenings of that night?
When Fred came over, I told him my good news. That me and Amos were gonna have a baby. And then it was all over between us.
What happened then?
Gotta respect the game.
Then...
Did he threaten you, Roxie?
Got violent.
Counsel's leading the witness. Sustained.
Well, leading. It is leading. Yep.
What did Casely say when you told him the news?
She's blanking.
Kill you before I see you have another man's child.
Could you tell the audience, the jury, what happened?
Definitely not leading the witness.
Threw me on the bed.
Could you tell the audience?
Mr. Hart's pistol was lying there between us.
And then?
And then we both reached for the gun, but I got it first. And then he came toward me with this funny look in his eyes.
Sort of mouthing the words.
And did you think he meant to kill you?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it was his life or yours?
The babies.
Not just mine. I closed my eyes and I shot.
In defense of your life.
To save my husband's innocent unborn child.
I love this so much.
What a bullseye, huh?
Oh my God, this is amazing. This is amazing. I love this so much.
Opening her eyes, she fans herself with her attorney's handkerchief. Poor child has had no relief.
That's too far.
Mrs. Hart has fainted again. She
Oh, God.
slumps over, her chiffon dress up around her knees, revealing a glimpse of a blue garter with a rhinestone buckle.
Oh, Mama, she stole my garter.
She stole my garter! My radio! First the slob steals my publicity, then she steals my lawyer, my trial date, now she stole my goddamn garter. What do you expect?
That's right. Oh, when she crossed her leg earlier, Catherine Zeta said she wanted to do it at the trial, and he looked like he wasn't paying attention to her.
State calls a rebuttal witness.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God. What? What? What?
Do you see this one coming?
No, I didn't think there'd be any reason.
Miss Kelly, will you please tell the court if the object I am holding is the one you happen to come upon in the defendant's jail cell?
Yes, it is.
I submit this as Exhibit X, Roxie Hart's diary.
Maybe she cut a deal.
And even if she did, this would be invasion of privacy
Yes,
and
it would be.
violation of the Fourth Amendment and illegal search without a warrant.
Yes, yeah.
You would read for us, please, Miss Kelly.
What a laugh. Plug in Fred Casely. The big baboon had it come. I'm just sorry I only got to kill him once.
Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo.
She made that up. She made that up.
Please, Mr. Flynn, get control of your client.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, won't happen again.
I have no more questions.
Your witness, Mr. Flynn.
Come on, man.
I'm only guessing she made a deal with the DA to get out early for this, and she doesn't need Billy at this point. I don't know.
That's Chicago, baby.
That's Chicago.
Ali, can you make a deal with Mr. Harrison?
There you go.
Maybe to drop all charges against you in exchange for testifying here today?
Well, sure. I'm not a complete idiot.
Yeah, since you gave such an impressive performance for Mr. Harrison.
Fred Casely assured me he'd get me an audition. And then he reneged on his pledge, and that was my motive for attacking him.
Pretty fancy way of saying he was a big fat liar who welched on a deal, so I shot him.
How'd you know that was in the journal?
Must have read through it really quickly in between. I don't know.
Erroneous.
Objection, Your Honor. Mr. Flynn is twisting this evidence to draw conclusions that are specious and...
Erroneous?
Exactly.
You also know that it's a crime?
Yes.
I mean, for example, if it turns out that you knew that
Love a
this
good tap
diary was
dancing
a
number.
fake, I'd hate to think of you rotting away in prison for the next 10 years, especially since you just won your freedom.
Look, all I know is what I was told.
Ooh.
You didn't find this diary in Roxie's cell?
No, Miss Morton gave it to me.
Ooh.
Any idea who this mysterious benefactor might be?
No.
Who do you think? The DA, Amos?
Lawyer who obviously had a sample of my client's handwriting. Mr. Harrison, didn't you ask Roxie to write out a confession for you?
Yes, but you're not suggesting that I tamper with evidence, are you?
No, I would. Don't be ridiculous. But now that you mention it, it's not even conceivable. But if it were,
Oh, it's brilliant.
Harrison, come clean, even in Chicago. This kind of corruption cannot stand, will not stand.
Huh?
The defense rests.
Oh my
Brilliant.
God.
Genius. With the tap dancing number cutting back and forth.
Do you want to know when did he must have been in between? There must have been a break or something. He went through it and it's like, I'm going to dismantle.
Maybe he sent it in himself and it was all part of the plan.
It's all
Part of the plan.
part of the plan.
Gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
Yes, we saw our underpants and we can't turn back now.
What is your verdict?
We, the jury, find the defendant.
Whoa! Oh, that was good. Well. That was good.
Had it pretty ready to go.
What?
Just
Maybe
the
people
next-
want to become famous now and
The next client.
Hey, don't you want to take my picture? Hey,
you just got innocent. This is what she's worried about.
Billy, what the hell happened?
This is Chicago, kid.
This-
And beat fresh blood on the walls.
Not my publicity. I was counting on that.
Your gratitude is overwhelming, kid.
I get nothing?
Oh, don't forget your blessed diary. Hope you don't mind. I added a few erroneous phrases in there.
I love that she's not even worried that she's got
He did
free.
send it. He did send it. You missed it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't tell you. Couldn't take a chance.
Good call.
Never lost a case.
That was a good call, Greg.
You're a free woman, Roxie Hart. And God save Illinois.
That's her freedom, but it doesn't matter. At what cost?
Roxie.
Oh, still standing by her?
What do you want?
Oof.
I want you to come home. You said you still wanted to.
Ugh.
And the baby?
Baby? What baby?
Oh.
What do you take me for? There ain't no baby.
There ain't no baby?
Is he gonna kill her?
They didn't even want my picture.
You self-absorbed. God, she is so cruel.
Narcissistic.
Leave her alone.
Awful human being.
Why didn't they even want my picture?
And it's a great performance, but awful human being.
Isn't it swell? Isn't it fun? Isn't it? Nowadays.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Miss Roxie Hart.
Miss Roxie Hart says good night.
This has to be still fantasy based, right?
Yeah, they all have been. She's never really wanted to be an actual singer or dancer. It was just the fame that she wanted.
Yeah, but this could be a way of achieving fame, becoming a...
Keep your shorts on, Andrew.
But mess around with like swell, isn't it fun, isn't it? But nothing.
She's performing to no one.
Well, that's how she ended up, alone. No fame.
You can like the life you're living.
Oh, this is real.
Didn't she kill the guy a while back? Yeah, who can keep him straight anymore?
Yeah, that's what they said. No one's even going to remember her. Or I think Richard Gere said that.
That's great. We'll be in touch.
You know, I'm not quite finished yet. I have. Wait, one more. I could, just a second, I'm not.
Oh,
Thanks.
that's Chicago, baby.
You know, you're really pretty good.
Are you going to give her an opportunity?
Come on, I always knew Billy'd get you off. You should learn how to put things behind you.
Oh, thank you. I'll put that at the top of my list right after finding a job and an apartment with a John.
Just shut up and listen to me.
She's going to give you an opportunity.
Here, like some goddamn queen bee, all full of advice for a poor slob like me. But let me tell you something.
Oh, my God. Dude, you are digging your own grave.
Fine, I just thought we could help each other out.
Well, you thought wrong, didn't you?
Look, I talked to this guy downtown. He said one jazz killer is nothing these days.
But two.
Two.
Oh.
We can make a couple of $100 a week.
What are you doing?
It's a start.
Our faces back in the papers, our names on their marquee. Velma Kelly and Roxie Hart.
Shouldn't it be alphabetical? Forget it. It'll never work.
Why not?
Because I hate you.
Oh.
There's only one business in the world where that's no problem at all.
Showbiz. It's not show friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chicago Theater is proud to announce a first. The first time anywhere there's been an act of this nature. Not only one little lady,
but two.
Roxie Hart and Velma Kelly.
Fantastic bookend. Fantastic bookend to this movie.
You can even marry Harry, but mess around with Ike.
That's so messed up. Sped up the frames, it looks like.
Damn, I can't imagine the amount of training it took for these two. Hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, awesome.
Roxie and Velma.
Roxie and Velma does work better. So this is real.
Oh, this is real.
Jazz.
That's Chicago, baby.
Wow.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, cool. Dance numbers during the credits. That's neat to behold. Well, just let me a second to process my thoughts here, Andrew. Thank you to Huel for sponsoring today's video. Now, guys, I'm going to give you all the God's honest truth of how this sponsorship came to be. We got contacted about basically partnering up with Huel. Before we agreed to anything, the very first thing I said was I would like to try the product first. I did a Instagram post on our Real Rejects one. It was the first time you see me trying the Huel product. Basically going like, hey, we might not partner with them. This is not a paid Instagram post, but I just wanted to try it since a lot of you guys asked for like health recommendations now and to know kind of what I take only because of the fact that I'm vegetarian and I have very limited protein options. So I gave it a shot and ended up loving it. Primarily the chocolate one. Wow, this is a really great one. One of the best things about it is that, yes, it's prepackaged. And a lot of times when it comes to like the prepackaged bottles, I'm not a big fan of them normally. What you got me drinking on camera is one of these, which takes a very long time to put together and can often get messy. And it's just not aesthetically pleasing. But I'm trying to pack like a lot of vitamins and fiber, protein. The best part about Huel is a lot of what I try to pack into this one giant shake is already available in this little bottle. Often tastes better than what I can actually assemble myself. It actually tastes great. It's got a high protein intake count as well. And you know what? Brand new bottle. If you guys can see, it's filled to the top. This is how good it tastes. Now, normally what you want to do is spread it out, but if you want it in one go, it is just as good. It tastes really freaking good. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. The one thing they want me to say is you can get 15% off Huel today with code REJECTS at Huel.com/rejects. Fuel your best performance with Huel today. They are great, and I am already almost out of the many bottles they sent me. If you guys do go check them out at Huel.com/rejects, you'll see that they got a whole bunch more items available as well. And if they taste anything as good as this, I'm going to be a very happy customer for a very, very long time. So join me on this health journey. Well, Andrew Gordon.
Yes, Gregory Alba.
We just watched a little-known movie called Chicago. I got some of my own notes that I want to touch on, but before we go through my little list here, it's your first musical you've reacted to here. You're going to watch Joker 2 in about a half hour
right
from
after
now.
this.
And
the inspiration, apparently.
I've heard a lot of think pieces on Joker Folie à Deux, and there have been many people who have compared what that movie was attempting with this, and I think when you watch it, you will understand why.
Yeah.
It's not like a 1-to-1 comparison, but there's a lot of intention. At least you're like, I totally see why people were saying like, this what Joker was going for that did not work.
Right.
It's to some people that did not work.
Right.
I was one of those some people.
Are you influencing me?
No, I'm saying
I know.
You might actually love Joker Folie, and I hope you do. What did you think about this? This is your first musical you've covered?
Yeah, by the way, if you guys are listening to us on Apple or Spotify, make sure you use those magical voices viewers to give us 5-star ratings. Also, rejectnationshop.com. Get these cool tees. We got Sheject Nation or Sheject gear.
Yeah.
Look at these chest t-shirts. This is my first musical, and I loved it. I loved the way they were able to blend fantasy with reality and that contrast. That was real. And also, too, I think you made a great point, especially with...
I probably did.
You always make great points, but I wanted to really like point it out, like especially in like such a dark moment with... I'm so sorry, I forgot the race of that woman, the one that got... the one who hung.
Hungarian?
Was she?
Hungarian?
I see what you did there.
She is Hungarian.
Was she? I thought you were just making a pun. But
yeah, I didn't realize the pun was there
the
until
pun was just
now.
Really was there, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in such a dark moment, and also it was very ambiguous because they didn't give us the translation. And she's literally, and I know she doesn't speak English, but she was the only one we didn't hear the backstory about what happened and why she was in prison. There was a chance that she was innocent, and she looked extremely remorseful, and I know anybody can be in that moment, but I did think that was a fascinating way to like give some levity and not have that tension in such a dark moment there. So I thought that was great visual cue right there, and also visual storytelling. And I really loved all the songs. I think the two that, again, they all stuck out to me. They were all incredible. The coordination, you can tell how much hard work went into it, not only from the actors, but just the background dancers, the people who worked on the songs, from the lyrics to the direction. Everyone worked extremely hard. I think the two songs that stood out to me the most, as much as I loved them all, was the one that explained the backstory from all the prisoners.
They had it coming?
They had it coming. I love that one. And then also the what was the John C. Reilly song? Sure, not Charade.
I'm a oh my god, My Chemical Romance. My
damn it, I'm a
Massaling. What is that word?
Whatever it was. I love that song because that resonated to me because I've had that at times where I feel invisible. Like he did, and I really did feel bad for him. Like he was
Mr. Cellophane.
Cellophane,
My
thank
Chemical
you.
Romance.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
you got to see how I saw
yeah,
it.
That didn't sound right. But I actually really felt bad for his character, and I know we were supposed to. And he gave an incredible performance. I know he wasn't the main character of the film, but still. That does happen in real life, and that really resonated with me. That he just seeked validation and he loved his wife very much regardless of what she was going through. And I really felt for him, and I love John C. Reilly so much, and whatever he does, he's a really versatile actor. Obviously, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Renée Zellweger, and Richard Gere, like they were all slimy characters.
Absolutely.
But I still loved their performances. While I didn't like their characters very much, again, I couldn't take my eyes off them as just on the screen. Like they were awesome to watch. And Catherine Zeta-Jones, like she was incredible in her, and not that Renee wasn't, but and also Richard, but her dance moves were absolutely stunning to watch. I could see why she won the Oscar. But what do you think?
Let me just reference my notes.
Note away.
Okay, what do I want to talk about, Andrew?
You start off with whatever you'd like, Greg. It's your notes.
Please. We won a Gemma Award. I need to be more serious about how I function. I like the themes of the movie. It deals with like fame, corruption, our celebrity obsessions. Those are good themes that I felt like were wonderfully captured because the movie is consistently vibrant. It embraces the voice and rhythm of jazz to the point where you can see as an audience member like what deterioration these characters are going down.
Yeah.
Like Roxie is just an awful character. Like she's just terrible human being. Very much just fame driven, doesn't really care about the consequences of her actions as long as it leads to fame. Even in the very end of it all, complete disregard for everyone else. So it's like, it's a fascinating thing that the movie actually ended on a note where she got what she wanted.
Right.
She's like a big performer. She's a big star. She's being celebrated. I love the bookend idea of the film where you started off through her, they go, that idea of like going into the eye of her POV and watching Catherine Zeta-Jones alone on stage, and she's in the audience to bookend it where they're now, she's fulfilling the role of the duo that was missing for Catherine Zeta at the beginning. I think that's a beautiful bookend. Same time, I think it's kind of a bold ending that this character who not only gets out of prison is deemed innocent by the jury after all this constant lies and fabrication, then it gets to be awarded this in a way that is like there's something that is like underlyingly like uncomfortable about it to me in a really interesting way because the movie itself is still so goddamn fun to watch.
It is.
It's not like these, indie drama horror films or whatever that are trying to have this like ending that's making the audience end off on like it still weirdly ends off on a note that has a big smile on my face in spite of the darkness of the ending itself, which I thought was fun. And yeah, I think Catherine Zeta-Jones, she won the Oscar for this, right? I gotta imagine.
I think she
Chicago
did.
Oscars.
I know it was up for a bunch, but I think.
Oh, it won Best Picture. Yeah, I mean,
I could see that.
It won a lot of awards. Oh my
God!
God!
I remember it being. I remember that year in 2003. Then the Academy Awards. It was up for a lot.
It won sound mixing, production design, film editing, costume design, supporting actress. Yeah, Catherine Zeta.
I would imagine Richard Gere and Renee were also nominated, would be my guess as well.
Richard Gere was not nominated.
Oh, wow.
John C. Reilly was, though.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Renee was nominated. Yeah, I think that Catherine Zeta-Jones in particular, she just felt plucked out of the era and transformed.
Yes.
I've seen her in so many roles, and she transformed. Every living second on screen of her Velma character was so believable and such a powerhouse. And I love how you get to, how do I put it? It's not only that she's just a good singer. Like sometimes you put singers in movies and it's like, yeah, they're good when they're singing, but when they're doing their dialogue, it's kind of whatever.
Agreed.
And it, like her as a character when she's just doing her dialogue is very believable. But then she even comes more to life when she is singing, which is only a compliment to her character, because it shouldn't just be that Catherine Zeta-Jones is good at singing and dancing. It should be something that enhances, and you see why this character is, why people are drawn to her because of who she is as a performer. So if her character is supposed to be this like larger than life, grand, gripping, attractive performer, Catherine Zeta-Jones has to embody that while she's doing the singing and dancing. I thought she absolutely killed it.
Yeah, and I found it fascinating too with both of their characters, Renée Zellweger, or Roxie and Velma, that they were using each other as means to an end. In regards to Roxie, like, well, she just wanted, fame, and in regards to Velma, she was using her so that she could get back into the spotlight as well, because she needed a second person, because one chess killer or one killer is not good enough. You need two. So I found that interesting too, that they were kind of just using each other, and like again, their chemistry, their interactions were just so damn good. The dialogue was incredible, and again, I love that contrast between the fantasy and the reality and the music. Like you always knew what was going on and what they were thinking. Like on
You're
the
gonna
fantasy.
love Joker too, fully you do.
It's perfect. I think that's interesting that you honestly. I actually like this choice that you made to have me watch this, and then again, I haven't seen Joker too. But
it's a good idea.
No, because I'm not saying I'm gonna love it or I'm gonna hate it, but I think it's gonna be fascinating. Like what what they were trying to possibly attempt, but again, I don't know because
I feel
I
like I put you in a comparison trap.
But hey, we'll see. I mean, maybe other people watched Chicago before they went to the theater to see Joker Folie à Deux. Is that how you say it?
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, because I'm not gonna. I watched, or actually, no. What am I saying? I haven't seen Taxi Driver, but I know that people said the comparisons were Taxi Driver and King of Comedy. So I checked out the trailers for those movies before, but I know that's not actually a comparison. But still, and also too, I thought Richard Gere's character, I love. Again, scummy, but I love the way he operated, like the way he just put on a show in the it was fascinating to watch. I'm really a sucker for courtroom. Like I actually love watching courtroom scenes. But
the way they love Joker.
I love how you keep saying this. But I love the way they presented it in this film. Just everything was just done in a very nuanced and creative way, and I really appreciated it so much. It was just really well done.
Yeah, it really was very creative. Like I think the dance numbers are incredibly captivating.
Yeah.
The ones that you cited, I love the ventriloquist one.
Oh, that
when
was a
they're
good
doing
one
the news
too.
report.
That was
and
incredible.
The puppet, like the visual metaphors they were drawing was so captivating.
Yeah.
I really thought that they further the narrative. They're not like pausing just to break into a song and dance. They're revealing about the characters that are moving the plot forward while being gripping. The editing in this movie, unbelievably
that
great.
That first shot, just where they go into Renée Zellweger's eye and then transition to the
Chicago,
the title, logo. That was what a shot.
I mean, the editing alone for this film, you have to have a really great grip on pacing and understanding when something can be overstimulating or overwhelming.
Yeah,
like there's aspects to this. I've seen other Rob Marshall movies, and this has got to be my favorite one he's done.
Oh yeah,
and there's
this in Memoirs for me.
Okay, good to hear. Well, there's a bit of like a Baz Luhrmann touch, like the Elvis.
Definitely,
right?
yeah, that fast frenetic pacing.
Yeah, but like that to me is sometimes that takes a while to like get used to.
It took me a while when John and I were doing Elvis. I was like,
slow down a little bit, right?
Slow down. slow down. And in this one, it didn't bother me.
No, not at all.
It was like,
that's what I mean.
It was done right.
That perfect grip on it. And yes, of course, like production design, it does feel like they really captured the authenticity and the variety as well in a way that felt voracious to the time period. So I think everything all like this to me had that movie magic quality. It really did feel like cinema at its grandest level. John C. Reilly, as much of a poor pathetic sap that he is, feels like, man, what a pushover.
Yeah.
Like there's no even like real arc for him other than I'm just gonna leave. But he's like, but I could also see him crawling back to her again one day. You
and
know?
also too, you kind of said too, like, is he gonna shoot her right now? Like,
I thought he was gonna kill her.
I could, after everything she's done to him and everything he's done for her, I could have seen that. But I'm glad in the end he walked away. I know he's was
like
a
the
pushover.
only good guy in this movie.
Yeah,
the only good person in the
basically,
movie. Yeah.
literally, yeah. And also too, I thought the reporter Miss Sunshine, I thought she was going to be a little more of that. I'm not buying any of this garbage, and I'm gonna dig deeper. But it's fine. I was fine with that choice too. That's just
the movie has great satire. I thought. I like the media satire that they have. I think that's what the journalism really amplified too.
What's gonna make us money?
And like the movie itself is funny, and I feel like for the Hungarian lady who did die, whose story we never learn, other than if you speak Hungarian, maybe you understand.
Let us know what you said.
But I think the purpose of that goes in line with what Richard Gere was saying. Was like they'd only like what it would help print more papers.
Right.
They don't really care about who you are.
Yeah.
So, and like they'd be happier if you were hung. So then, like to show how she's hung and like they still like tell stories about her. Like it's a big deal. The first woman to be hung in 47 years, whatever. That I think that's the point, is to go, we don't care about who you are. We just care about like the end result print that we have.
And to your point right there, like the verdict had just been made innocent.
Yeah.
And literally a moment later, a woman, Joe chilled the guy in all of Batman Begins. Every reporter went right out and she's like, wait, take my picture. And it's like, no, that's not the story anymore. This is fresh blood.
Yeah. And I love the Lucy Liu cameo because it does you need someone famous to make you think that the movie's going to shift focus entirely.
That's what I thought too.
You're right. You think a movie's going to shift focus entirely to her.
Nope.
And I thought that's where the movie was going. And then when they have the whole like baby lie thing come into play, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a great moment you need someone famous to have the audience be tricked.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because if that would have been just some random actress we don't know, we're like, oh, this is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
The good call, and also too, I love how she was like, no, I got to one up this. I got to get in the line because I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
So I like how unpredictable the film could be at times as well. So I
loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh,
I thought it was a great movie. That was an awesome movie.
Read some trivia?
Yeah, please.
In the beginning of the scene introducing Matron, Mama Morton, Queen Latifah, to the new inmates, Roxie Hart has a brief conversation with a woman smoking a cigarette. That character is played by longtime Broadway actress Chita Rivera, who portrayed Velma Kelly in the original 1975 production of Chicago.
Fun.
Richard Gere took tap dancing lessons for 3 months.
Awesome.
His tap dance scene was shot in half a day.
I mean, that was a beautiful tap dance.
After 3 months of working on it, half a day, we're good.
It was brilliant.
I mean, but that shows the dedication. Like, that's what you can tell the TLC that went into this.
Yeah.
Love it. Director Rob Marshall wanted Catherine Zeta-Jones to wear her naturally long hair in this movie, but she insisted on the short bob. She explained to People magazine that she didn't want her hair to fall over her face and give people a reason to doubt that she did all of the dancing herself. It's a good call.
Yeah.
And also, just again, it felt more in the times of the 1920s, I guess, like having shorter hair.
True.
Producer Martin Richards approached Catherine Zeta-Jones about appearing in this movie version of the play after being wowed by her renditions of carols at a family Christmas party in Bermuda, her and her husband Michael Douglas's home. Richards approached her for the role of Roxie Hart, but Zeta-Jones thought, not familiar with the original show, did know that the character of Velma Kelly sang the song All That Jazz. She only wanted to play that role because she wanted to sing that particular song.
Fun. That's amazing. Beautiful.
Charlize Theron had initially secured the role of Roxie Hart while Nicholas Hinther was attached as director. When Hinther withdrew and Rob Marshall took over, Theron had to audition again but lost to Renée Zellweger. Damn, that's crazy having the role. It loses.
Oh, and oh my God, I can't believe we didn't say it. Renée Zellweger is also amazing in that. I just got to say, like we were talking so much about the character,
I said
you said it. I should. I could have.
But you can say it again.
I could have echoed it. She was brilliant.
See, I really am Amos Amos, whatever. Andy.
It's okay, Coy.
Cellophane to you. John C. Reilly is such a clown enthusiast. He insisted on designing his own clown makeup for Mr. Cellophane.
Like Joker.
It was also his idea to incorporate Amos' application of his makeup during the number. That's why I said that. It's like Joker. And I haven't even seen it. Catherine Zeta-Jones was a few months pregnant in this movie. Damn. When she started to show, they would sometimes use a body double from the back and then shoot her from the waist up so you could not see the slight bump that started to appear in certain scenes. Let me just go to 1 or 2 spoilers.
Just go 1. I got to get you back there.
1 spoiler, if I can find the spoilers. There's so much trivia on this. During the cell block tango, each girl recreates her crime and uses a red silk bandana to indicate where the blood would have been. However, when Hanyek is speaking, she pulls out a white bandana instead of a red one, showing that she is truly innocent.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
That's a great detail.
Damn, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, shit.
But we're going to hear that. Anybody who mentions that in the comments, clearly.
We know people are going to be saying that in the comments. Yeah.
That means you didn't stick the song we saw or we read now in the trivia. So she's innocent. We know.
Yeah, fucking A. All right, guys. Well, Chicago, what did you think? Is this one of your favorite musicals? Leave your thoughts down below. What other musicals you recommend?
La La Land.
I loved it. Oh, yeah. We got to show everyone here's seen La La Land, but I would like to rewatch it. I haven't seen it since the theaters, and I really loved it when I saw it. Leave your thoughts down below. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we will talk with all of you soon. Bye, everyone. Oh, my God. What? JT, are you back, the Rogue 808? He's back.
Dude, I think we've shouted JT out a couple times in like the recent months, but it only hit me just now that I think that the Rogue 808 is JT.
It is JT.
I think we did one on a Predator video.
We used to talk to this guy.
We used to have Idea Day with you.
Google
Hangouts.
Hey, Google Hangouts
were a thing.
So long
before Google Meet or whatever it is now.
Dude,
JT,
when did you come back exactly?
Here. Oh my God.
Yes, you used to just listen to John and I talk to your face on Google.
That's right.
And you barely spoke a word. I remember that.
You.
The one with the dad who's a cop. If I remember what I was saying, yeah, Cop Dad. Cop Dad
and a lot of cool like anime models.
Yeah,
and shit. Yeah.
Dude. How are you?
How are you, JT?
Why aren't you answering the question? This is just like the Google Hangouts.
What's going on?
Just talking and not saying shit, man. Come on, buddy.
This is just like the old Google Hangout
all this time,
days.
we thought you'd actually talk back.
No wonder we stopped hanging out.
What's going on, dude? Are you still in Hawaii?
Oh.
You can answer one of these questions. I don't know what you're doing, man.
Comment below once you see this shout out. Well, this makes your day.
JT, I hope that everything's okay with you, and I hope that your cop dad is still copping around Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
Shooting people before asking questions.
Yes.
Like a good cop does.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that you are going to have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And he's from Hawaii, right?
I guess yeah. I mean, you could still have Thanksgiving.
So are natural disasters off limits?
Currently. Well, just don't joke about a fire. But you can joke about it
on
like
camera.
a tsunami or something like that. That's
just
fine.
On camera.
Yeah, just on camera.
I'm really sorry for
when
what's
we cut the
happening
camera. We will do all the fire jokes.
I know. I wrote down plenty beforehand. I didn't even know we had an opportunity to do it but this is presented. But
Maui wowie for your
I
ass.
just didn't
right
consider
there.
whether or not we can't do it. I'm so sorry for what's happening near you. I feel terrible.
Yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson should fix this.
John, please. We have to wait another year. Sorry, but we will unleash all those jokes for JT.
Will. Get ready. That shout out 2025 is going to be sick.
It's going to be so funny.
It's going to be
so
many God. We have so many ideas for that shout out. It's going to be crazy. We're probably going to do some pyro stunts on that shout out. It's going to be the most expensive shout out we've ever shot.
See you 2025, JT.
Love you, buddy.